Welcome back once again. Uh, Another thing that is very important is extraction of digits. How can we extract digits from a number? It's like if a number is 123, how can we extract 1, 2, and 3? Okay, there are many ways to do it. One of them is convert it into a string, then use string functions and extract them. Well, I don't approve of this method because when it comes to numbers, we should use numbers as numbers. So we're going to do a program here in which we will extract digits, and not only just extractions of digits, we will do something on it also, like sum of digits or maybe a palindrome number. And there are numerous other ways like finding Armstrong number, and there are so many things that we can do. But first we have to learn the method. How can we actually extract digits from a number? Okay, it's a simple division method, I call it. Okay, so we have to divide it by 10, and then we keep getting the like digits from the number. So first I'll show you the method, how do we actually extract digits, and then we will do the program. So let's start. So here we are. Okay, so digit extraction, I call it DIGI. Sorry, see that. Okay, so I have a number 1, 2, 3, and I want to extract digits from it, right? So how am I going to do it? So what do we have to do is, there is a, as I said just now, there is a division method. So I say 1, 2, 3 modulus 10. So what is the remainder? What is the remainder? The remainder is 3. So which digit I get? I get this digit, right? Now what do we have to do? We have to reduce this number. So we have to get the quotient now. And to get the quotient, we have to use the division operator. So what is the quotient of this? 12. Right? And this becomes my number now. This becomes my number. Before I had 1, 2, 3. So this becomes my number. Okay, so 12 is my number. And then I'll repeat the process. Okay, so what do I get? Remainder 2. Okay, so that's the remainder now. This is the second digit I got. Now 12 division by 10. What is the quotient? 1. This is the remainder, and that's the remainder, right? Now this becomes my number. So this becomes my number. So what will I do? I'll say 1. What is the remainder now? Guess. Right? First of all, it cannot come in points. The reason is I'm dealing with integers. I'm not dealing with floating point types, double and float, and computers are dumb. If you are not going to tell them what you have to do, they will not do anything. So computer understand that this is an integer division, so it's not going to give you any value in points, so it cannot be divided any further. So what is the remainder? 1 is the remainder. Okay, and then if I divide it further by 10, what is the quotient? 0, and that is where I stop my program. Okay, that is where I stop my program. So if you look at it, what are the digits in 1, 2, 3? What are the digits in 1, 2, 3? This one, and this one. So that's how we can extract the digits. And if you see, this process is repeated again and again. This process is repeated again and again. Therefore, we have to use a loop. And I'm going to use the while loop in it. Which loop I'm going to use? While. While number is greater than 0, repeat this. Okay, repeat this process. Okay, and let's see how it actually is done. in a program. So here I am once again, right? This was my old this thing, so I will delete it, right? Input remains the same, and here I'll say sum of digits, sum of digits, sum of digits. Okay, so I input the number and then I'll find the sum I need. I also need int remainder, and I will need int quotient also. So I'll make it a longer process. If you don't want to write it like this, you can always write it with a comma here and then rem and then, okay, so you can do that. And if you have to initialize them, that also is possible. You can say 0. Okay, right? By default, all integers are 0, right? So this is input here, okay, right? Then I need a void and sum, right? This is where I'm going to do the sum. So as I told you, I'll use a while loop, while, while no is greater than 0. So as long as it is greater than 0, repeat. Just see whatever I explained it to you, I'll write the same way. First we have to get the remainder. That's what we did over there. So remainder will be number divided by 10. Okay. And then I get the remainder. I'll add that remainder to sum plus rem. That remainder is added. And then I get the quotient. Quotient is equal to NO 10. Now this is going to become my number. I can write it in a shortcut also, but just to explain it to you. Okay, right? So I divide it by 10, I get the remainder, I store the remainder in sum, I add it, and then I divide it to reduce the number. My number becomes quotient now, and this process continues while, okay, as long as number is greater than 0. Okay, I can print sum in another number, but let's do it here only. I'll say println, I say sum of digits of number, but number is going to become 0, right? So I'll have to store this number also. I'll call it dummy. Okay, and I'll say here is equal to number. Number is stored. Dummy is my number. Dummy plus the sum of digits of this is equals to plus, what should it be? Sum, right? S capital. Okay, and this is going to change now. My method name is not this, my method name is sum. So two methods I have. What happened? Void sum, yeah, okay, the class name is wrong. Again, copy and paste or modifying. This is what happens, but we have to be a little careful with it. Okay, so it's done, right? Let's see now. First we'll run it. So enter a number. I'll enter 1, 2, 3. I just showed you. The sum of digits of 1, 2, 3 is 6. Is that correct? That's absolutely correct. Let's put some space here. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I run it and I'll enter some other number this time. I'll enter, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 and see here. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 3 3 6, 4 10. Okay, so sum of digits is 10. Sum of digits is 10, right? So how does this program work? I input it, and since we are working on this number only, and this number has to become 0, therefore we need to store it somewhere, because we have to, I'm just printing it here, right? This is actually used in a lot of programs that are based on digits. Okay, so dummy is equal to this number, so that's why we need it, because the number is going to become 0. Okay, so that's why we've stored it. So we come here while no is greater than 0. What is the value of no? Supposedly my input is 1 2 3, so 1 2 3. So first time we do it, what is the remainder? 3. Always the last digit comes first when we divide it by 10. So 1 2 3 divided by 10, what is the remainder? 3. 3 is added to sum, then we divide it and store the quotient. 1 2 3 divided by 10, 12 is the quotient. Now my number becomes 12. We are still in the loop. Go back. No is greater than 0. Yes, no is 12. So divided by 10, what is the remainder? 2. What was it before? 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so we divide 12 now by 10. When we divide 12 by 10, what is the quotient? 1. So my number is 1. We are still in the loop. No is greater than 0. Yes, no is 1. So when we divide 1 by 10, what is the remainder? 1. Okay, so 1 is added. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6 now, sum. Okay, no, you divide no is 1, divide by 10, what is the quotient? 0. What is the quotient? 0, right? So no becomes 0. While no is greater than 0, no, no is 0, right? No is 0. So this loop stops. Then we print sum of digits of dummy. Dummy is 1 2 3. That was the number. Dummy is 1 2 3. Okay, is equals to sum. Okay, what is the sum? 6. That's what we calculated here. Okay, so this is the program where we actually extract the digits, and after extracting the digits, we are adding those digits and printing the sum. This way we can actually solve a lot of questions, like I told you. A lot of questions are based on this. Okay, so we are going to discuss those questions as well, right? Okay, bye.